They never feared your anger. They feared the day you stopped reacting. Because when you became quiet, that silence became more dangerous than any storm you ever created. There was a time when your voice used to shake for people who never cared. You begged for clarity. You begged for honesty. You begged for love. But they gave you confusion. They gave you excuses. And they gave you wounds you never deserved. They thought you would always stay. They thought breaking you was easy. They thought your kindness was a weakness. They could feed on whenever they wanted. But life has a strange way of reshaping people. Some people break, and some people reborn silently. And you chose the second path. One night, after the final disappointment, you didn't scream. You didn't argue. You didn't try to explain yourself anymore. You simply went quiet. A dangerous kind of quiet. Because your silence wasn't empty. It was focused. It was healing. It was evolution. People don't realize this. The most powerful version of a human being is the one who learned to stay calm after being broken. They used to think your peace meant defeat. They thought you walked away because you had nothing left to fight with. But no, you walked away because you finally understood some people don't deserve access to your anger, your energy, or your truth. So you stopped picking up their calls. You stopped explaining your worth. You stopped chasing closure. And slowly, you built a world where they couldn't reach you anymore. People always underestimate the quiet ones. They think silence means surrender. But silence is where warriors sharpen their mind. Silence is where scars turn into armor. Silence is where you become the version of yourself that no heartbreak could ever destroy. Your peace became your weapon. Your calmness became your shield. And the same people who once ignored you now fear what you've become. Not because you're angry, but because you're unreachable. They can no longer manipulate you. They can no longer guilt trip you. They can no longer use your heart against you. Your peace now looks dangerous because it's no longer fragile. It's no longer breakable. It's a peace built from surviving betrayals, loneliness, and the nights you cried quietly so nobody could hear. This version of you is not soft. This version of you is not desperate. This version of you is not waiting for anyone to choose you. This version of you is choosing yourself, and that is the most dangerous thing you've ever done. So if people are uncomfortable with your peace, let them be. It simply means they were safer when you were broken, but now your silence is clarity, your peace is strength, and your distance is power. You didn't lose anyone. They lost the version of you they will never get back again. And the world finally sees your peace was never weakness. Your peace was your transformation.